In this question, we are asked whether angle QPR is a right angle, a 90-degree angle. It sure looks like one, but that doesn't mean that it is one. If there is not a little box symbol in the corner of the angle QPR, then it is a right angle only if we can infer as much from other information. Note, however, that we are told that the angle exists in an xy plane. We can be certain from the statement that the x-axis and the y-axis are perpendicular, that the angle between them is a right angle. This is customary for the xy plane, and on a GMAT question in which you see a coordinate system with two axes, it will generally be the case. If a question ever presented you with a coordinate system in which the axes were not perpendicular, it would be very careful to let you know that fact. These are conventions of the test. They can seem a bit arbitrary, but there aren't too many of them. So with a little practice, you'll understand the test maker's language and speak the language of these GMAT questions. Let's move on to the statements. As you may have guessed, we'll start with statement 1 first and evaluate the statements separately first. Statement 1 gives a good piece of information. It's saying that the vertical line of the triangle is parallel to the y-axis, as it appears to be. But we still don't know whether the angle QPR is a right angle, because, for all we know, the horizontal line might be a degree or two tilted away from flat, or it could be flat. So we cannot answer the question definitively in either the positive or the negative. That means the first statement is insufficient. Ignoring the first statement now and looking at the second statement all by itself, it's insufficient by the same logic. In this case, we've just flipped what side of the triangle we're talking about. If we combine the statements, we have a different situation. We now know the two sides of the triangle are parallel to the coordinate axes. That means they must be perpendicular to each other, so they must form a right angle. We can answer the question definitively, so we have sufficient information. The correct answer is C.